Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Monday, May 20th. Brand new week, brand new trading opportunities. We had a great week last week, great Friday. Let's get into those stats and let's see what the market's doing this morning right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is a risk for loss. All right, let's start off with the commodities markets. In oil, which is on the left-hand side of my chart, this is the CL. We have been in a downtrend here pretty much all morning, so let's see if that trend here continues towards the open. I should say the open of our session times. In gold, same story. We've got a pretty strong downtrend this morning in gold. Again, let's see if that one also continues. Taking a look at our trades from Friday, we'll start with gold. Gold was a really nice winner for us. Friday morning, we got activated into the long based on this 805, 810 inside candle. This thing went for a max size 35 tick trade or $350, which we took. I actually took that in cash and on the eval. In oil, oil session 1 also hit full take profit based off of the same 805, 810 inside bar setup, and this went for 12 ticks. Oil session 2, man, that one stung so bad on Friday. We did get a setup in session 2 at 920, 925 candle close. We got activated into the long. This thing came about a tick or two away from full take profit, reversed on me and knocked me out for a small loss because I did reduce my reduce my stop loss down to 8 ticks based on our TP being at over 70% take profit. So it took an 8 tick or an $80 loss on that one. But if this would have hit right here, that would have been a $500 Friday, which would have been fantastic. On the Rob Reversal did have a winner on Friday. You do get activated here at the 11:15 15-minute candle. You get activated into a short. Got your 35 points here on the original strategy. So nice trade for those that were in that one. Let's take a look where we currently sit. Let's open up the dashboard. On the evals, which is only trading oil and gold, currently sits at 51,415. So we're about a little shy of halfway to passing that eval. Taking a look at our levels for this morning. If we start on the NQ, we do have a 15-minute strong level at 18,625. We've got a 5-minute level at 633. This is really the only trade setup. Well, I'm sorry, there's two trade setups that I have set up on my chart, but it would be a bounce right off of the 18,633, and then you could target this 5-minute level at 18,657. The other setup that I see on the 15-minute, you've got a strong level at 18,709. Nothing really close by that I would say to take a trade from here. But a trade that does look somewhat appealing to me is at 18,735. You can take a short from here right back down to this 15-minute level at 18,709. And then you've got a pretty clear stop loss at 18,751. So this trade would look something like this. Let's say we target this level right here, 26 points, and if you want to go 23, not much more than a 1-to-1, so not the best risk to reward, but a decent one. Decent one for sure, in my opinion. This might be a cheaper trade down here at 18,633, which we might tap into here, but I'll wait till the open and see what the market wants to do. And looking at the YM, didn't really see much on the YM this morning. We've got a 15-minute level at 40,189, 40,105, and then you've got weaker 5-minute levels that this one's already kind of been tapped into right here. Did respect it at 41.36. And then looking above us, we've got a 15-minute level again at 41.89 and 41.73. YM to me doesn't look the best, but again, you keep mapping the stuff even after the open, after price action happens. You map your 15-minute levels and your 5-minute levels, and you try to find some trading opportunities. Like a new level just got formed right there at 41.56. So as you start mapping these levels, you'll start to see some trading opportunities, some clear entries and stop losses. Currently on the YM, I don't really see that. And lastly, let's take a look at the ES. Okay, the ES has got 15-minute levels at 53.47 and 53.41. Trade setup I could see here is a short off of 53.41. Clear stop loss at 53.43 or a little bit higher. And then you can target either this 5-minute level, which seems like a very, very strong one for me, at 53.36. Or you could even get a little bit more aggressive and target right down here at 53.34. Below us, we've got a 15-minute level at 53.25 and 53.23. I like two 15-minute levels very close to each other. Pretty good levels of defense here. So you could take a long off of 53.27 and target this new level right here at 53.32. Again, all of these are already charted and setups are plotted in my Discord. You can go in, it's all free, and you can go in and see these levels each and every morning. Besides that, down here, I mean, we would have to make a pretty damn strong move down to this level, but at 53.11 you got a 15-minute level, and at 53.12 you've got a 5-minute level that you could take a trade setup of. You can go long off of this level at 53.12. You've got a stop loss at 53.11 or a little bit below it, and then obviously you could target here, but more than likely I would target something that is a fresher 5 or 15-minute level that gets formed during the market going. But you can kind of see how these levels start to play out, and we'll see what kind of trades we can take here. If you stick around for the next few minutes, you're going to see all my trades, hopefully in oil, gold, 15-minute Rob reversal, and any level trades that I come up with here this morning. So stick around.
Order canceled.
All right, so here is our first trade, which is in gold. We do get activated here into the short. Based off that red inside bar, stop loss goes at the top of our source bar, which is that up bar directly left to the red inside bar. And at this point, we are looking for a push, obviously, down to our take profit. Initially, we get a bit of movement to the downside. That's kind of what you are looking for right off the bat. We do get a retracement here. Now it's kind of flirting back with our entry point, and what we're really looking for at this point is a strong push. Sellers tried. You can see that they're really trying to get down past this level, but they end up stalling out, and buyers kind of here step in. So at this point, you're not in a position to reduce risk. Obviously, you want to give the trade the space that it needs, but price actions, it is not cooperating with that momentum push to the downside that we're really looking for out of these inside bar strategies. So unfortunately, our first trade this morning is a loss in gold. Buyers do come in here, step up, and knock me out.
Stop filled.
All right, and here is our second trade of the morning, which is oil session 2. Really hoping for a win here this morning to kind of counterbalance that earlier gold loss here. So here we again get activated into a short based off of that green inside bar candle. As you can see, if you put your stop loss at the top of our source, That is whatever ticks you are from your entry point to that stop loss. That's the exact one-to-one that we're looking for as a take profit in oil, which I believe was 180 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. And again, this trade in particular did not like the price action right outside of the gates. Kind of went in the opposite direction for us and did not really get a strong push down. So in my opinion, this becomes a little bit of a riskier trade. Still take it no matter, those are my rules and my conditions, one trade per session. And I don't like to put any discretion into these trades. So at this point, starting to like price action a little bit better. We do get a great push here from sellers. Full take profit, oil session 2, nice trade.
Target filled.
All right, so kind of a mixed bag here this morning trading. Not terrible, but obviously not the greatest. So let's take a start with our loser trade this morning. We did get activated into a gold setup here at the 840, 845 close inside bar. You just saw that on the video. We did get activated here into the short. Went a little bit into profit and quickly reversed on us for a 29 tick loser. I think actually could have swore I thought it was a little bit more than that. Yeah, looks like 29 ticks. Yep. So that one kind of sucked. That one was, man, I could have swore that it was more. I don't know. I remember it being more. So I don't know. Maybe I had some slippage on that gold trade. I know I had a little bit of slippage on oil. Didn't really matter. Full take profit on that trade, which was really nice. No setup here whatsoever in session 1. So you did not get any inside bar setup here, session 1. Session 2 finally showed a setup at 9:10, 9:15 close. We got activated into the short. Honestly, pretty easy trade, 18 ticks. So that one helped we were down pretty good with the gold trade, and we ended up down 150 bucks. So oil did come in strong here, oil session 2, which is great. As far as a Rob reversal, nothing yet here this morning. We did get a setup to go short, but this closed above the ADMA, so you have no trade set up there whatsoever. Let's take a look at the levels. Did take a really nice trade this morning. Pretty easy trade. Again, try to move this up here. I only take one trade per day, so one setup per day. And that I have implemented that rule. Now, maybe down in the future, I might start taking, 2 trades a day. I just really want to get very, very confident and very comfortable with this style of trading, which I do. I honestly feel like I'm at that point now. But I'll even give you guys some examples on some setups up here as to, what I could have done maybe a little bit better. But I posted this one in Discord when I first got into the trade. Again, pretty simple setup. I'll delete this so we can just take a look at it again. Obviously you guys saw this from the beginning of the video. I had a 5-minute level here at 53.27, okay? Now I also had a 15-minute level at 53.25. I also had another 15-minute level at 53.23. So I know that I have some levels of defense. It's kind of what I like to call them. And if I've got a 15-minute level of defense, it's even better. Because at that point, I now have a clear entry, right? Where I can take a clear stop loss, and my stop loss look exactly like this. Oh, and then for my take profit, it's very simple. We had a fresh 5-minute level that appeared on the chart, so map that out, and that is my realistic target. Now, this target, sorry, let me delete this. This target wasn't here when I created, when I first started my levels. You guys saw it in the morning. This is the exact setup that it looked like. This was obviously would have been a great, even a better trade than what I took. But what I like to do is I like to use very realistic take profits. So that was my 5-minute level right here that was fresh, and I targeted that. So my risk ended up, I should say my trade ended up looking something like this. Pretty much it was a 1-to-1, and I put my stop loss pretty much in between these two levels. So I had, and if it stops me out, it stops me out. My idea wasn't correct. I know for sure. Well, I guess my level, I deleted the level, but the level was right there where my take profit was, because it was 2.75 points. So I made about $150 on that trade, which is great. And so maybe it was 3 points. It was maybe right on my level. That sounds correct. So it was about a 1-to-1. Let's just call it 1-to-1 risk to reward. And again, very easy trade in my opinion. Made $150 on a few accounts here, and that was it. Once I got that trade, I'm not looking for another trade. That's how I like to control my risk tolerance, put in some type of rules and conditions on these level trades, which is very similar to my morning strategies in oil and in gold that help you prevent yourself from over trading and getting into disasters throughout the day. Now, the one mistake that I would say that I did on the NQ and on the ES is I did not account, and I normally have this on my chart, is all-time highs. So I call those, I don't call them, the term that I've seen is, blue sky breakouts, where you don't have really any price action to the left of you, and you've got to be really careful trading in that area. So even though this here I thought was a pretty decent setup, that that this level did not get respected, once you start getting up to these areas, you just got to be very, very careful with price action. So, and I should have marked this off on my chart. I would have been more kind of aware of that, but for me it honestly didn't matter, because I had already taken my one trade, and I was kind of done. So on the NQ, this was a setup that I had marked out. Obviously did not take this trade because price action did not reach to here. But if you guys remember this morning, I had a nice little setup here that looked something like this. So if you guys remember, I had a trade set up down to this level, right back to this level, and this one came, I think you would have been maybe off by like half a point or a point here on your entry, so depending on how kind of aggressive you got. But the setup was there. It was perfect. It would have been a perfect setup. 5-minute level, 15-minute level, stop loss a little below your 15-minute level. That would have been a fantastic trade on the NQ. And then up here, the other setup that I had mapped out, again, was at 18,735. But I should have had a mental note of, you're at all-time highs now when you start reaching up into these levels, and price action can start to get pretty funky. So, if you took this setup, you got stopped out, that was a tough one. So hopefully maybe people realize that, and they were a little smarter than me on that one. The YM, again, this one kind of missed its target down here. Would never have taken this trade just because I didn't have a really clear 5-minute stop loss level below me, or a 5-minute entry. At least I don't think there was. No, this is the 5-minute. So again, pretty close to a beautiful trade, but not something that I would take. And then again, here we're flirting with highs here, so you just got to be extremely careful there. So that's going to do it for me today. Kind of nice, 10:45. I'm done for the day. And remember, I'm going to be going live this Wednesday, 8 a.m. Central Time. Hopefully you can join the stream. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below, let me know how you did today. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.